Welcome to Beyond the Chutes. I'm Doug Simcox. This episode is made possible by ParaSight Systems, helping vets help pets. Their technology, fecal sight, flow sight, and hemosight brings clear, fast answers to animal diagnostics. It's smart, efficient, and built for today's veterinary teams. Learn more at ParasightSystem.com. Here on Beyond the Chutes, we talk with the people who make rodeo what it is. Competitors, producers, legends, and everyone behind the scenes. Let's get started. Hey, this is Doug, host of BTC, and this is the fourth and final episode from the second annual King Brothers Rodeo Reunion that was held in Lewisburg, Ohio in May. Now, I'm going to tell you, this one is wild. It's not for the faint of heart. You're going to want to keep your finger on the rewind button so you can back up, because you're going to find a lot of situations where you're going to want to hear that segment again. And I am cowboy enough to admit when I am in over my head, whether it's a tough bronc or in this case a fast-moving conversation that I totally lost control of, you may want to consider the butterfly wrap on this one. We hope that you enjoy. So, as I said, we are here at the King Brothers Rodeo Reunion, number 2, and I've been sitting with Sarah today, and she's telling me there's going to be a number 3, so I'm all about that. So, next May, we don't know exactly what date, probably around Mother's Day weekend, probably so, and probably here in town again. Lewisburg, to send them to the right place. Not far from Dayton. Easy to get here. I mean, man, easy. I come up on 75, so real easy to get here. And we're sitting here with a bunch of cowboys and now a bunch of cowgirls too. I'm gonna kind of hand the mic around and let these folks introduce themselves. We got quite a bunch here. So the one to my left here, this is going to be, you're going to meet Short Round.
Hello, I'm Brian Seebock.
What'd you do, Brian? Talk a little bit about yourself.
Rode bulls, shoe horses. I grew up with the Kings. Was raised by Steve King and George Fletcher. Just been around the rodeo my whole life.
All right, excellent.
And we lived at the stockyard. You forgot that.
Yeah, we lived at the stockyard. What do you mean?
And my name is Tommy King. My name's Tommy King, and I've known Brian since they started letting him leave the house, you know. He bull rider. He was good, too. He made some money. Went a little bit everywhere. Fortunate. My family owns King Brothers, you know, and from there I met people along the way and met Jerome Robinson and packed my bag and it stayed packed, you know. He let us work everywhere we wanted to go.
Jerome did.
Yes.
So Jerome Robinson, is he who took you to the NFR?
A man that he used to have on his crew was Ted Groening. He was from California, moved to Nevada, prompt. He asked if I wanted to go, and I said, yeah. And as soon as he weeded out the ones that didn't work out, he called me, and I was able to go. And went to the first one and went to 9 more after that. That's worked the whole thing. We was on livestock feed crew. We did everything but the arena, but they asked us to help tear down, you know, a couple times. But from there, we went everywhere. Everywhere. Me and Coby, we worked everywhere. Went to all the big rodeos, you know, the ones that we used to watch and hear about. We ended up doing PBRs, and it was a good time. And made money doing it.
So on the road, full-time, you were working for the PBR,
Yeah.
So that's your Jerome Robinson connection. Mm-hmm. Okay. And your brother here, I want to introduce him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Coby King. I'm Tom's cousin. I've been raised around rodeo my whole life. And like Tom's saying, we got fortunate enough to meet the right people and We worked all the big tours, PBR, CBR, NFR. Know a lot of people, a lot of places. Been everywhere, seen all the country. Really enjoyed it out there. Met with some good people, worked with a lot of good guys. A couple guys out of North Carolina that made working fun. So 10 years of that and then 10 years of the NFR and still working for the PBR periodically. I got to go to Decatur, Texas here in a couple weeks, do JW Hart's deal. But yeah, a lot of places, a lot of things, and a lot of people. Wouldn't trade it for nothing.
And are you going to be active during the team series this year?
I've been working mostly on the Velocity tour, the Pendleton Whiskey tour. They're a lot closer to home. But when Bo and them guys need me, they'll call, and I'll go work the Cups or the team series or whatever. I guess they ain't the Cups no more, the Monster Energy or whatever they are. I still call them the Cups because that's what they always were to me. But yeah, I'll be active periodically for sure. I'll be at the finals in Vegas at working for the ABBI. Been there, this make 22 years out in Vegas. So, yep, I'll be there.
And talking about close to home, one of your boys out of Indiana just won the Velocity Tour Championship.
Marcus, yeah, he's pretty good. I've known him since he was a little kid. He's always been real good.
You bet. Years ago, I met him. I got invited to announce Shelbyville, Kentucky, or Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Brad Nelms.
Yeah, I know Brad real well. Cross Anchor Bull Company. I used to rodeo with Brad and William Shown. He used to ride bulls with us. Yeah, they're down there in Virginia, right there at the line, or Johnson City, Tennessee. Yeah. And yeah, I rodeoed with Brad. We used to call him Butterfly. I swear, because at the bar there, they had a mechanical bull, and he took a butterfly wrap. But he'd do that on the real bulls and ride them. It made us all a little mad, because he was really good. And he'd take that butterfly wrap. We'd make fun of him, because that's the only way his girlfriend would let him get on, if he took that butterfly wrap. And we called him Butterfly for years. And I said, don't matter. He rides it anyway. Don't give him a rope, we'd tell him. He's going to win. Yeah, Brad was a heck of a dude. I went to his house, and he played guitar and had a band and was down there in Virginia, because I shot horses and right around this place. Yeah, he's a good guy.
And the butterfly wrap.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't actually a wrap.
It's not even. No, you just fold it back through your hand.
So when you let go,
yeah, you're done. Pretty good thinking, ain't it? Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And you started riding with the butterfly wrap then?
No, sir, I wasn't allowed. These guys wouldn't let me do that. They put me on the meanest ones. I didn't wear a vest. I didn't wear a helmet. And they had me in there with more glue and everything. I was going to win. But for a long time, I didn't know the bull ridings paid money, though. Yeah. George won. George and Stevie won. I just got to drive a truck around the parking lot because I wasn't old enough to go to the bar. They had a sober Uber with my money, and they was in there getting drunk. It worked for everybody.
They took your bull riding money.
Who cares? I loved it. I'd have given it to them anyway. George and Stevie would have done anything.
So when did you get started in rodeo?
I was about 14, 15 years old. I showed up at Richmond, Indiana, and I never left. Yeah.
What brought you here?
Bulls. They had a bull riding at the fairgrounds, and George Fletcher put it on. And I went a couple weeks, and he tricked me into staying with him. And I'd stay with him for the weekend, and he'd take me to another bull riding Saturday morning in Newcastle. And Jay Couch would bring in a potload of bulls that never even seen people, or he was supposed to take them to the killers, but we'd buck them Saturday night. But I'd get on them Saturday morning. Every one of them both ways. for a hot dog and a Pepsi, and I got to babysit Johnny Walker's kids that night. I got screwed everywhere I went, really, but hey, me and Chad Mack had to babysit the kids because we weren't old enough to go to the bar. Yeah, we had pizza and whatever was left over from the bull riding we got to eat because they wasn't coming back.
On your money.
I don't know. Back by then, I knew we was getting paid, so I got a little bit.
So
I didn't really need it. I mean, George took care of me for a long time.
They was taking care of you at that
George
point.
And their dad Stevie, if you ever need a place to stay or food, They got it. And you're going to pay for it, but you don't even realize it. It's so good. You have no idea. You just paid for all of that. They'll make you feel like, hey, they'll keep you right there.
Yeah. So how far were you traveling back then? How big was you going?
I went everywhere. Back then, not so much. I started going to pro rodeos and stuff, and I went to the IFR a couple times. I went up there and went St. Tite. I seen your boys. He's got a poster up there. Swearinger,
He does.
They got a poster up there.
He does. It's about 30 foot by 30 foot.
Mr. Canada at the Boule Boot Arena, but I won both rounds and the short round up there. 9/11. During 9/11, I was in St. Tite.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But that was the coolest the Canadians ever been with us. You know, there's a lot of them in that town. They give us a free phone call. You know, you could call home for free, and they had TV for us. But yeah, that was the nicest they ever, because they really don't care for us. You know how to say poutine, and that's about all you need to know up there in St. Tite.
That's right.
Poutine, and where's the arena?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
There's a
Well, we
bunch
go
of
up there
people.
just about every September now.
That's the time. I told my son if I ever took a vacation to one place I'd rodeo, that St. Tite's the best one.
You got to come up.
There's a party on every corner.
And you realize it's 10 days of rodeo up there now. 10 days.
It was 11 when I went, and
Was
we'd
it?
leave. Yeah, me and Boy Knox and a bunch of us, we'd leave and go to Elmira, New York, to a bull riding, and then we went back up. Like we'd get on the first round.
Yeah.
And that's September when that World Trade Center crashed. I won both rounds and the short round.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was going through a divorce, so it all worked out being stuck at the border for 3 days with Ryan Rodriguez.
Oh, rocking.
better?
Oh, my goodness, Ryan. And he worked that. Now, he
Yeah.
come out of.
Yeah,
oh, my.
he come out of Calgary and come 42 hours across there because I remember he slept for 3 days. We didn't see him.
Yeah.
He drove across Canada, and he made it there and cleaned his trailer and went to bed.
Man, there's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
I stayed with him in Phillipsburg, Kansas, not long ago. I was at that bull ride in Minnesota or something, and he said, "Why don't you come home with me?" Yeah. And I said, "What for?" He said, "Because them kids would love to see you and do it before they're already bigger than me. Kids hit kindergarten and they're my size, but his kids. I went up there and stayed with Ryan for a week because once I got to his house in Phillipsburg, Kansas, it's an 8-hour drive to an airport. So I wasn't going to put him out 16 hours. I waited to get a bus. Gee, that was terrible. But yeah, Ryan Rodriguez, he's from Michigan.
Yes.
I've known
Saw
him.
him do the
forever.
NFR, you know.
Yeah.
He did the NFR and brought his son.
Son's the youngest
Yep.
ever to got the
Yep,
buckle.
sure did.
It's the NFR
Yep.
buckle.
He said one joke. The boy did.
It's all
It
takes.
was, you know, the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? And, of course, nobody did. He said, snowballs, of course. That's what little Ryan did at the NFR. And we was working it, me and Coby.
We got kicked out of the Michigan State Rodeo Prom, the high school rodeo prom, me and Ryan did. That's how long I've known Ryan.
Now, wait a minute.
His mom and dad were the president of the Michigan High School Rodeo Association. Me and Ryan, I was dating Earl Proctor's sister, and Ryan's family's there. We showed up drunk, and we got asked to leave by his mom and dad.
So the rodeo prom.
Yeah, high school rodeo prom.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't go with Ryan, but we was there together. His mom and dad were the president of the Michigan High School Rodeo Association, and Earl Proctor's from Michigan, so I dated his sister.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to be there anyway. I went to 4 tanning beds in one day.
You did what?
I went to 4 tanning beds in one day. I was ruined.
Why did you go to Fort?
So I could look good. That's the thing. Me and Earl were ruined. I was red as an apple, red as that tablecloth over there.
And
I didn't know you were
know
supposed to
who-
wear underwear.
You know who Earl Proctor is, right? Okay.
Earl Proctor, the youngest kid ever east of the Mississippi River to win the high school finals. Earl was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
And
That's what his family
Yeah, he
was.
won the high school finals. He's the first person east of Mississippi to win the high school finals.
Oh, my goodness.
Earl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
He's got an arena at his house,
Yep.
Pro Edge Arena.
Yep, doing bull riding.
Nice
Doing
place.
winning.
So I know you guys are still working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in it. Are you still actively involved, short round?
In rodeo and stuff, I
Bull
judge
riding,
bull ridings and stuff. I
You do?
judge the King's bull ridings with Chad,
Okay.
which is Toby and Tara's brother, Tommy's cousin. A lot of cousins here.
Yeah. Yeah.
No relation. But Chad's, well, he just left, but he went to his Uncle Joe's.
Then
But yeah, he went to bull riding.
Eli, too. We knew him when he was young.
Eli.
Bassminder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He comes from this
Oh,
area.
yeah.
He's from Brookfield. That's where I live.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
Eli's from Brookfield.
Now is he in Texas now? Carolinas?
Carolinas.
Yeah, Carolina. He married Bart's daughter, Bart
Yeah.
Futrell.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure did.
That's over at Swearingen land.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we watched him at the finals when he was hurt and had such a great one.
It
And
really is. It's a small community. Everybody, a lot of ties to everybody. Rodeo's
We're all connected.
it's a family sport, and everybody's family pretty much.
and everybody.
Bart won the most money he ever won, in an ABI bull.
Yeah, and the bull bucking when it first started, Barton.
Didn't it?
Chet Kidd. Him and Chet had all the
Yeah.
bulls. Yeah, everybody, you never go without in rodeo.
Oh, no.
No matter where you're at, somebody and they'll put you up as long as they want to, or
Yeah.
but, yeah.
Until they say it's time to go.
Hey, sometimes it's always an open deal.
Yeah.
Steve King, he'll let you stay, but he'll get his money out of you. I promise. You gotta watch him. He learned from his father, and they'll trick you right into it, bud. You'll be partners with him. He don't care. You'll be partners, but
Hey,
yeah, you'll
know-
be buying your stuff back off of
me
him.
and Coby one time, we brought some boys home, and they was from Washington State, and we brought them home. And
I know how
said,
you guys
"Hey,
do."
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to go to a bull riding? And they was like, well, yeah. So we all jumped in trucks, and they followed us the whole way.
From Washington.
Well, we was at home then in Centerville, but they followed us the whole way to Illinois. They thought they was going to watch a bull riding.
No, you got him setting up.
Oh,
tearing
yeah.
down.
And they had to work it,
Right.
of course.
Hell yeah! They loved it, didn't
Oh,
they?
they loved it.
They got in free and then they worked
Yeah.
the whole time. They let them in free and they worked them the whole rodeo.
I'm surprised you didn't charge them.
Well, we could
That was him. I wasn't there. I learned from Stevie. I'd have got him.
And we was working with them at PBR, and they just wanted to come home and see what we did.
You showed him. I seen a couple of them you've left there.
I know.
When you went back to the PBR, they stayed. DR,
Yeah.
he's in a camper. I didn't even know about it. There's a dude there now. They'll see if he's got any food. I'm like, how'd I get in this? Check and see if he's got any food. We've left him there 2 weeks ago, What do I do if he don't? He did. He was doing
I know,
good.
doing good.
Him and Stevie was elbows bumping, and it was like Lonesome Dove, them two, wasn't it? Gus and Woodrow would be out there. I like, Jesus, Stevie's got this one thinking he's on Lonesome Dove. Stevie turned him into a movie star. See, I told you, get you right hooked in there.
Yeah.
He's slick. I don't even know how he got that house. He tricked the guy right out of that house he was in. Is that right? He made him move to town, and Stevie got the good place. I don't know. Yeah, no shit. I know. I know your dad real well.
story.
Yeah. He tricked him right out of it. Told him that house in town's much better. Stevie needed the 5 barns in the land.
Yeah.
And 1,000,000 rooms in that place. Yep. Yeah, they traded. Stevie wins again. He's still winning. He's out there winning. You can't even hear nobody. Stevie's the best. I mean it. And Steve King, he'll pay you. I promise. What he owes you. You just got to find him sometimes. He ain't easy to find all the time. He'd be up at the truck stop, hid in his truck a mile away. He knows when you're coming over, too. Uh-oh, I'm going to the truck stop. Bev's butters me out. He runs from her, too. Sorry if you're listening, Stevie, my bad. Chad told me to do it. He's the only one not here.
Well, how fun. I don't even know where to go. I got nothing. Okay? Save me here. Save me.
What you want to save from? These two, you ain't gonna. It's hard to get away from them.
Hard to get away from them.
No, we're all just having a good time. This is a good reunion. Everybody brings everybody together. A lot of these guys, I remember watching them when I was tied to my seat Yeah. Yeah, they had to tie me when I was little. They had to tie me to the seat. My mom was secretary, and if I wasn't tied down, I'd be in the back pins.
Yeah.
Where I wasn't allowed to be. But I'd be back here bumming quarters off all them cowboys.
Chewing and everything, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He still has to be tied down, don't let him. So he goes where he wants to.
Yeah.
His mom, if you've seen his mom, she's a little older than me, but she'll do it.
She'll do it?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to mess with Penny.
Okay.
No, she's bad, dude. Her and her sister, I told your mom, too, today. I said, I ain't messing with you. How you doing today? She said, what do you mean? I said, last time I seen you, me and Coby took you and your sister out that brown jug. They were wasted on Thursdays. They go up there and take over. His mom, she's a little older than me, and she runs the place. If you don't do what Penny says, you're done. And she'll call Coby. Better listen, I'm calling Coby. If you don't let her play her songs on the jukebox, she calls Coby. Or Chad. Who you want whipped by, Coby or Chad? Short round's here too. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
And her sister her sister didn't know where she was that day. But she told me and Coby as we're carrying her out, she could drive. She said, I could drive this car. Coby was putting her in the trunk. It's legal for the Kings to do that. They don't say nothing. That's where they go, in the trunk.
It's legal.
Yeah, it's the only way you can get them home. Keep them in the trunk. They'll jump out the window.
That's right.
Yeah, they're out of control. Then there's a bunch of them over there. You get around Centerville, Indiana.
Yeah.
You better don't mess with the Kings. They show up
Yeah.
from everywhere. They're all related. Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah.
Good time. I can tell.
It
Good
is,
time.
right there, Richmond and Centerville. That bull
yeah.
riding was in Richmond, and we would go to every bar in Richmond that night after the bull riding. We would be asked to leave every bar in Richmond, but we did it in a certain order to where we
Yeah.
ended up close to home when we were done.
There you go.
And they let us back in next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, start over like it was a do-over. We didn't learn our lesson, I promise. We were asked to leave again.
Yeah, it used to be it was Friday night. We'd go.
To Birdies and
Birdies,
Mingles and all
yeah.
them, and then, then Rascals.
Yep.
And then back to the jug. They never
Oh,
kick
yeah.
you out of the jug.
Okay.
It don't matter. If you're with the King, you only got to be with one.
Yeah,
Just one.
it was Newcastle, Richmond, Salina every weekend.
Yeah, 3 bull ridings. You can go to more bull ridings in Ohio than you can
Yeah,
anywhere.
and that was in the winter. You know.
They're an hour and a half apart total.
Okay.
Texas is a long way across.
So pretty easy to get tuned in, tuned up. What do I want to say? Riding all winter long.
Yeah, Van Wert, that Hat Creek's got that, and that's probably the nicest indoor deal anywhere you want to go. The Hat Creek.
Yeah.
There's the old roller skating rink.
Oh.
They ripped the floor out of it and
And dug her down
It's
about
nice.
3 foot.
Oh, wow.
And,
put in dirt, and it's
yeah,
a
got
nice
a permanent
deal.
arena, back pins. It's nice.
Still going on now.
20-some years. Joe
Yeah.
Mack's been, I remember me and Joey
Every Saturday.
McQuillan.
Yeah.
We was bucking one Hereford bull we bought at the Portland sale, and Joe called us and started doing that bull riding, and that's been
Yeah.
30 years and
Yeah.
going.
That was
Joe will
Mack
buck 'em when
Arena.
it's 110. He don't
Yeah.
care. He'll run them in there.
Yeah.
Joe likes
You ain't
that bull
kidding.
riding. They
Yeah.
got it's Amish.
And
There's nothing
Joe
to do.
started out. He was Sunday at afternoon, 2:00.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, so we could all go.
Yeah.
Because there's a Friday, Saturday, yeah, and then
Yeah.
George brought bulls from here
Yeah.
up there. Not no more, but
Yeah. He
Joe's
was taking them. Friday we buck them in Richmond.
Newcastle.
Saturday Newcastle, and then Sunday
To
buck them
Salina.
in Salina.
So bull riders would come in and make the rounds every weekend.
Yeah. Guys come in. From
come in
Kentucky,
Friday,
Michigan.
and then we go to Newcastle and then to Salina.
Yep.
So you had a built-in crew of bull riders that you could count on.
Right.
You
Well,
could. You know.
yeah. And then if we didn't have enough, we'd go. We recruit.
Yeah.
At the bar on Friday, we'd get a bunch of idiots because we
Yeah,
need
yeah.
people.
Say, you can
Donators.
feed
Come
bull.
on, bud. Hell yeah, I'll
got
sell you
a bull
a
rope.
hat. I always had enough stuff to get rid of.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
how you got to have a little hustle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if you win the bull riding, you need to sell some jeans, sell some boots,
Yep.
go to the Vanity Fair.
So after bull riding short round, what
shoe horse.
and let me ask this question: how'd you get the name Short Round?
You know.
It's
Because if you missed the long round, you'd catch me in the short round.
Yeah, you know,
And
because
the
he's
g-
gonna go to the short round.
the guy
so I
that-
called him short round all the
Him
time.
and Glenn Campbell, which Glenn Campbell was by far the greatest bull rider to ever live.
Yeah.
Needless to say, he doesn't know how he done it.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking him. I lived with the man.
Yeah.
When I graduated high school, he gave me his cable bull rope. It was a Jack Ward cable,
Okay.
and I went in the Army. Well, I went in the military right out of high school
Oh, you did?
for just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Then he showed up.
Yeah. I left. I was in Fort Carson, Colorado Springs. The high school finals was in Pueblo, Colorado that year, so every night I went to the high school finals to watch. One night I couldn't get a ride back to the Army, but I got me a ride from Ed Bergendorfer back to Centerville, Indiana. I showed up at the village pantry at the variety shop, and that's where everybody ate lunch with his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was driving the van. We could, hauling Amish,
Yeah.
like the 10% on the,
That's
yeah. And George, and they were all at the variety shop, and they said, "Where you been, buddy? Come on." Get you a cheeseburger special.
It was okay. You didn't go back.
Oh, I went
in
back,
the Army.
but it wasn't that bad. I got an entry-level separation, and I was out in
okay.
3 days, honorable discharge.
Oh wow.
Because I was squared away other than that little deal.
Yeah.
But I was scared. I didn't get a ride. I missed the day at the Army. Shit, I'm going home. And I did. And I went to Glenn Bicknell Rodeo in Bloomington with Kevin and Glenn Campbell. And, well, Glenn's daughters, Heather and Shelley, are good friends of mine. And Heather I talked to every day until it went AWOL. She come from the announcer's box and beat the shit out of me in the parking lot. That was the worst one. Yeah, she knew I was AWOL. That was the worst ass whooping I ever got in my life. Really? Heather Bicknell. She's a mean one. Yeah, she punched me, and Glenn said, "Oh, God." You know, her dad, Glenn's a tough old bird, too. That's his stepdad now.
Yeah, stepbrother.
Stepdad?
Yeah, my stepdad is Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn Bicknell was his stepfather.
Okay.
Which
But-
he had G-Bar-A then.
Yeah, it was his
His
daughters
rodeo
that went
company.
Max.
IPRA.
Yeah,
you know?
G-Bar-A.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there was King Brothers, and then just from the King Brothers up the road was Mike Johnson.
Yeah, 3-Bar J.
Yeah,
Three
and,
Bar J.
yeah, and then they popped up one in Brookville.
Yeah, Triple H is right here.
Yeah, Triple H.
Pat Ayers.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
They
Now,
are.
it's a tough business
one
to be
point-
in these days.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And at one point there was TNT.
Yes, that was Tori
Tim Sparks.
and
Oh,
Tim.
Tim Sparks. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in Louisville.
Yes.
Yeah, Louisville.
But he had TNT, right?
Right.
Yep.
Now he's got
Yep.
a lot of money. He don't mess with the rodeo.
Now he's a farmer.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
He
big
is.
one.
Yeah, he sure
Hey.
is.
Yeah, Papa Weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, hemp rope and whatnot. And
I was
everything.
shooting his wife's horses for a long time. Like
Okay.
they own 900 acres on the Gene Schneider.
Right there.
Yeah.
Gene
Oh,
Snyder.
yeah. You know,
Louisville. They own Louisville.
I did
Her
his
family
rodeos
does.
for a couple years, He'd had quite a few.
Yeah, Tim was a big dog.
Yeah.
Now he's a real big dog. He
Yeah.
just eats big dinners and gets
And
high.
then too, in the wintertime, Longhorn come around.
Yeah, the Longhorn
Yeah.
rodeos, all these. Well, they had them up there. They had Madison Square Gardens at one
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Did you
they
ride Longhorn much?
That's how I made the IFR.
Yeah.
Every year I made it before it got warm outside. Like the first year, I won Columbus 2 years in a row. That was the biggest Longhorn every year.
Okay.
And then I
So
I
he-
won a lot of them.
Yeah, he'd win one and he could go.
But yeah, then I'd win 10 of them, and I've already made the IFR, and I could goof off.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I was already set. I made the finals. I'd be first for 6 months, and then everybody catch up. Well, I was good. I had stuff to do. No, I probably could have won the world both years
Yeah.
if I'd have went to more rodeos. I kind of went to bull ridings more and did them IPRAs. I finished second and fifth or whatever.
Because
But
that was Wendell was running them. Wendell.
I was from
Wendell
Ohio.
Yes,
so I-
sir.
Yep.
yeah,
Good guy.
He still
Oh,
does.
Yeah. And well, now he stepped down. He had the bar there in Oklahoma City too.
Rodeo Club Rodeo.
Yeah.
Okay.
They,
Okay.
Every Friday, Saturday, they.
Still does.
Yeah.
That's where he does it now. He don't have to go nowhere
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
to the bar.
But yeah, there's everybody around here.
Everybody's got a pen of bulls.
Yeah. Then Hanging Tree started doing theirs.
Yep.
That was outside Millville.
And why
Russ
why
Brickman.
here? I mean, why
Because
what?
we got green grass.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have bulls in Texas. They buy them from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we raise them and then they take them.
But you got a high concentration of bull riding and rodeo in this what, 40-mile radius?
Yeah, that's where cowboys come from.
Yeah.
From Indiana.
Yeah, it ain't Oklahoma. This here's where God's country right here.
Well, and honestly, a lot of it started from King Brothers
Yeah,
being
King.
located out of here because, like, Mike Johnson, he used to ride for
Yeah, him
King
and
Brothers,
Stevie's
and
friends
a lot of the guys that are stock contractors or rodeo producers now in this
Stevie's
area
era.
started out with King Brothers. So, yeah.
The Kings there's so many of them that's it's inevitable. Yeah, and everybody wants to be like them.
Yeah. So
You know, Glenn, his dad worked with my grandpa for years, you know.
Yes.
Webb Bicknell, he was pickup man for
Great one.
King Brothers Rodeo. And Glenn, he raised him up as a kid. He rode bulls and then started picking up.
And they're from Oxford, Ohio, which is
Yeah.
just 20 miles south of here. Is where Glenn G-Bar-A was from.
Yeah.
okay.
And Glenn took me home with him when I was 15. Me and Donnie Mills.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And we flanked cats in his living room.
Wait
We
a
were
minute.
flanking cats. Me and Glenn Bicknell, he had the bull riding, and he took me and Donnie Mills. Donnie's from Brandenburg, Kentucky. He took us
Yeah.
home with him because we came with George or Stevie, and we got left. That's what happened. And we went home, and he had pretty daughters. Glenn did. Needless to say, they were mean.
So you were flanking what in the living room?
Cats.
They're cats.
Cats.
House cats.
Cats.
Yeah,
House
they
cats.
wasn't supposed to, but
Bucking
you
cats.
could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn got him to hit the ceiling. He was the best. Shelley was mad.
Yeah. Some good times.
Yeah.
You know?
But everybody, I just spent my whole life around rodeo people, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can do it here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody thinks that. They don't
That's
know.
right.
We sneak out every once in a while.
So, and this is something I'm super curious about. King Brothers' legacy. I pick up a vibe when I'm here. There's I don't know, for lack of a better word, maybe or a description, it's a cowboy way.
It is.
Am I picking it up right?
Yeah.
What would you describe that as? Put it in a few words.
It's just like breathing almost, you know?
Everybody sticks together. Nobody
Yeah.
goes without.
Hell yeah. You know, because guy might be down today, he'll be up tomorrow.
But everybody's
you know?
got your back here.
Yeah.
If you're welcome here. If not, you'll be asked to leave by everybody too.
Yeah.
If they don't like one person, I'm sorry, bud. You're,
Yeah.
you're done. That's it.
Exactly.
Stevie and Coby and Tommy and them boys ain't got nothing on them King girls. They're rough. They'll get you gone.
Get you
tough,
gone.
tough group.
Yeah. But yeah, been fortunate to meet everybody too. Like one winter, I was doing some of them toughest cowboys and met world champion saddle bronc rider, you know. And Monty Hawkeye Henson.
Oh, wow, out of
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah.
And I brought him home to Richmond and invited Sarah over and my sister, and they got to meet him, you know. He's a good dude. Yeah, he woke up in the middle of the night in our room, and he had on full-piece long johns and socks, and he gets up out of bed, and he's walking across the room there, and you hear him go, whoop, dog poop. And there was a pup in there of my sister's, and he stepped right in there. That dog shit, it didn't bother him one bit, you know.
Now you'll have.
He's a good guy, too, you know.
Is that what you're finding as you travel around? They're just good dudes.
Yeah, no matter where they're from, if
I know.
they got the cowboy, that's just the way of life,
Yeah.
I guess. It's,
And, you know, had to ask him, too, how he got started. He tried every single event. He said he couldn't do none of them. Last one he tried, he was a bronc rider.
And bronc riding's not an easy
No,
event.
Not at all.
he was pretty good at it.
He was real good at it, you know? Yeah. And, yeah, that was at the Gay Ranch, you know. Donnie Gay's dad had that.
There's
At
Mesquite.
Mesquite, Texas, that's where he got started.
Yeah, they'll let you get on as many as you want there, too.
And he is a good guy, though.
Yeah, I mean, you get humbled real good in the rodeo.
But I mean,
most guys
we
are
met
pretty good.
everybody. Yeah, bullfighters, you know. Rob Smets, he's another good guy. Crabtree, he was a good friend too, you know. He used to come up to our room all the time because first thing he done when he got to a motel, plug up the toilet. He'd come to our room, have to use our room.
Plug up another one.
Yes. And Dennis Johnson, he was another good friend, Yeah, just fortunate. We've met everybody. Gary Richards was a good friend,
But that Glenn Campbell,
Yeah.
of Glenn.
Yep.
And I lived with Glenn. And that bull rope, when I was in the Army, I went to a rodeo in Blacksburg, Colorado, and I was late. It was a CPRA rodeo, and that guy said, "Where are you from, bud? You're late." And I said, "Well, can I pay my fee so I'm not fined up?" He said, "Well, where are you from?" I said, "Ohio." He said, "Hell, you can ride." And I said, "Well, all right." He said, "But, in Colorado, there's 3 sections of bulls. First, middle, and the end." I'm thinking I'm not late because I'm bull riding.
I see.
My bull was loaded. These big wooden crossfire pin. I said, so now he's mad again because I'm by myself, so he's got to hook my rope and do all that and help me. He's pissed. And he gives me this bull, and this old man comes up and asks me where I got the rope from. And I said, I got it from Glenn Campbell for my high school graduation present. He said, Glenn Campbell still owes me $60 for that rope. It was Jack Ward.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And I said, you got to take that up with him. He gave it to me. and the greatest thing I ever heard was when he asked that guy that was putting the rodeo on, Dean Drake from Penrose, Colorado. He said, who's Glenn Campbell? And he said, oh, Lord. He said, the greatest bull rider ever. And he said, if this kid's got his shit, you're probably in trouble for letting him ride. And I win the rodeo.
Yeah.
I said, don't give me that one. Geez, if you want me to ride. But
I mean, that was the first thing after I met Jerome, was me and Coby one day setting up. I asked him, I said, you ever meet Glenn Campbell? And he said, well, oh, yeah. He told us all, and then plus working there at PBR, got to meet Tuff and Cody Lambert.
They all know Glenn
They
Campbell.
knew him, yeah, because they rodeoed together.
anybody that rode bulls and rode bulls good knew of Glenn Campbell.
Yeah.
And Glenn Campbell rode them all. But he was the greatest bull rider never to be world champ. David Gaither, he was 13-time qualifier because I was in a van with David Gaither and Glenn Campbell. I got traded to David from Glenn one time.
Yeah.
Glenn traded me. I was living with Glenn and ended up leaving with David.
Yeah.
But David Gaither, and you know him, he's from your country, Virginia. That was he's a bad man.
There's two brothers.
The bull, David and Daniel, but David, he was the bull man.
Oh, yeah.
He'd flank him, he'd pull his rope and pop the latch and ride 15 every day till they knocked him out.
Yep. Corey's up that way, too. He's more Wisconsin, I want to say.
Steve
Corey.
Avery, he's up that way.
Yeah.
Stevie lived with me and David, and we worked at a horse farm in Medina, Ohio. I think that's where the Derby winner came from. There's the Double D. Darlene Hassel, and that's what's her name's mom. David was working there.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned Jerome a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tell me about meeting him and how. Tell me about him.
Oh, he was the tightest looking guy all the time. Looked great. I mean, he answered his phone on the first ring, no matter who you was. And if you tell him you wanted to work, you'd work every one. And we got to go everywhere. We was working at PBR one time, me and Coby, we was in Laughlin, Nevada, and we had a 4-day layover early before we did Laughlin, because Laughlin's just a desert with a damn fire hydrant, and that's it. They bring everything in, Well, he sent us up north to do at Pendleton. We did they had the roundup was going on, but they had the bull riding going on, and I think it's called the Snake Pit Canyon, and it's wow. We got to see Pendleton, Oregon. We got to see they was doing slack the day we got there. We set up the bull riding, and that was the most people I've ever seen in one place in my life at bull riding.
Really?
Yeah, but then there was only one way going up there. We rode with the secretary, and another boy that was working with him doing paperwork. They had a little bitty station wagon. Me and Coby got in the back. There's enough room for a sleeping bag to roll down there. He had to lay down all the way, from Lofton, Nevada.
That's rough road.
Yeah, all the way to Pendleton, Oregon. Did that, turned around, come right straight back and got to Laughlin, and we got docked $170 because we missed setup. And they didn't set up. All they did was set the bucking chutes off of the truck.
Well, you were supposed to be there.
Supposed to be there, but Jerome took us everywhere. And
They fly Coby wherever he wants to go.
wow. We used to stay at Jerome's house, me and Coby, and he took us out in the garage and opened the door, and there was bunk beds, had a little TV and dressers. He goes, "This here's the King estate. You boys can stay here." Well, we knew after the first time, let's not stay there. You work every day.
Nonstop.
Yeah, we painted 3 arenas in 1 week. Me and Coby did.
What? We couldn't get the
Yeah.
demos done in a month.
That's right.
And
But we
ruined all
got to
my
go
paints.
to everything. Yeah, it was great. Went to Cheyenne, saw Cheyenne,
I mean, I had to enter to do all that.
So did you go that far west? I mean, were you Cheyenne, all
The
that?
first year I went to the I4C, Ken Tradway's a good buddy, was a good friend of George's. That's how I got tight with him. Ken would buy bulls over the phone and send them to George Fletcher. So the bulls George had were Ken's, and then if they were good, George would take them to him. So I met Ken. First year I went to the I4, I went to Ken's rodeos. I won 20 out of 20, first place. Won every one of them that I went to. And then the next year, same deal. But I had a room at Ken's. But I shot horses for him, but Ken was my buddy. I did everything in South Carolina. And then McCoy boys asked me at the finals, they said, "You don't come to Oklahoma, what, are you scared?" Well, the next year, I'm on the cover of the Rodeo News. I won 13 rodeos in a row in Oklahoma, and they said, "We'll see you at the finals, bud. You can go." We'll see you. Yeah. And the coolest thing is that Barnes Rodeo in Stillwater, Oklahoma, I think I was 86 points. And 86 points in the IRA back then is 120 in the PBR. Yeah. This bull spun out and went over the barrel. And Wayne Walker, who was the diehard Okie croaker, he said, "Hey, I'll pay you for second right now." And this was a 3-dayer. It was Friday night. There was 100 more guys to go. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'm the judge. Ain't nobody going to beat you, bud." He said that was the baddest I've ever seen. And coming from him, Kenny Vaughn told him one day, he told Kenny he was from Oklahoma. Kenny said, "That ain't my fault. Get a job, get out of there." Kenny was judging the rodeo in Michigan and told him, "I don't care if you're from Oklahoma, what's that ain't got nothing to do with it. Athletes come from everywhere."
That's right.
Put me in Texas is the easiest money I ever made.
Really?
Everybody thinks they're a bull rider in Texas. Come on, bring it on. I told him, "I'm from Ohio. Get out. I mean business. Yeah. I'm too far from camp to fall off."
Yeah. So, how many years did you ride bulls?
Oh, a long time. I'm 48 years old now, and I mean, I got on a few years back. I can still do it. I just can't run. It's a big part of it, getting away. But
he makes good money 13 years anyway,
Yeah.
I rode bulls, and like I said, I could have probably won the world, but I didn't stay at the IPRA. I went to bull ridings, and I was on a bull 6 days a week. First couple of years, I didn't realize my wife had that insurance on me. She was wanting me to be on a bull 6 days a week. She got paid when I got hurt, but it didn't stop. I broke my jaw. First year I went to but I rode 9 weeks with my mouth wired shut.
You continued to ride.
Well, yeah, we don't get paid unless we play. It ain't football. Come on.
Yeah.
They wear helmets and pads, and they're still crying. Yeah. I didn't wear no vest, no helmet.
Never did.
I wore a biker vest that taped TCB on the back, like David Gaither. He gave me permission to do it, and that's Elvis. And they just took it from me. I about threw it off the bull I shouldn't have, and he took that vest from me twice. He gave it back, but he told me I didn't earn the right to wear that, But I was raised by tough dudes. Glenn Campbell, David Gaither, George Fletcher, Steve King. If they ask you to do it, you're going to do it. If you don't, you can leave. Yeah. I mean, they knew you, but they knew you could. There wasn't no doubt. And George put me through it. But he knew if I stayed with him, he said I was riding bulls, but I was scared. He said, "Stay with me and help feed, respect the animal." So I learned, I respected them, and I knew they could, but I wasn't worried no more. I told them, then they got worried about who they drew then. And they figured out I was getting on them. They didn't like them bulls.
And you speak of confidence,
Yeah.
okay? What I just heard there was confidence. And we talk a lot about the rodeo mindset.
That's all it it's in your head. It's all in. Once you got it figured out, if you get thrown off a bull and you know why, we can fix it. If you don't know how it's come, you're done. I mean, there's something happened. You just got to know that. But to respect the animals is 100%. Know they can kill you, but hope they don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But how did you ride through the tough times? You had tough times.
You had to ride through them. Like, I got on a bull 4 days after I got my mouth wired shut. Because if I'd have laid around for 9 weeks, I'd have quit like a smart person. If I'd have sat there and, Jesus, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I went to Blacksburg, South Carolina, 4 days after I broke my jaw in Missouri. And Ken Treadway, he thought I wasn't coming. He thought when I said I cut my chin, and my ex-wife told him I broke my shin. Well, I was there, and this kid come around with a card as I'm hanging my bull rope up. And I said, who's that for? And he said, some dumbass in Ohio broke his jaw. And I said, tell him he's here. And I put the card in my bag. I said, tell him the dumbass has arrived. You know, here I am. And that was in 9 weeks, the only bull that threw me. I rode all the other ones. I was just a little nervous that he went to jerk on me, and I said, I'm out. But other than that, I done pretty good. Yeah. I rode them all with my mouth wired shut.
And after rodeo, you retired from bull riding. What'd you pick up at that point?
I've shot horses all my life, too, so I put all my energy from rodeo into shoeing horses. So I did Western Pleasure Show horse. I went around the world doing that. But, I mean, you call me at midnight, I got a shoe off, here I come. You know, I did that. For a while now, I trade. I got a farm in Somerville, a while south of here, and I got a house 10 minutes from here. But I just ease around.
And not doing any rodeo entertaining right now? You're not out in the arena?
I judge bull ridings. I judge bull ridings.
But no walking and talk?
That's what it should be. Yeah. A stand-up comedian I got lined up, but I think I need to struggle a little bit more. That'll make my act better. Need to have a few more hard times.
Yeah. We're too old to sell 50-50 tickets like we used to.
We done that too, and we win. We had, well, hell yeah, we did. Who was buying the beer? Well, we got it drew the lucky ticket.
Yeah.
But we knew who the ticket went to every time. We didn't know you get arrested for that. Yeah. Josh Angel got arrested. He needed some gas money. We was at a bull ride in St. Louis. He had a 50-50 ticket. Oh. It was like we did, but, you know, Josh was the winner in getting the 50-50. You know, he was the winner on both sides. Kind of, well, they sold to the cop, and the cop wanted the number drawed out. Josh said he don't do it that way. We're gone. They hooked him up. Oh, wow. Yeah, we did it every Friday for a long time. Hey, times are tough.
Yeah, they was.
Yeah, we needed money. Even if I did win the bull riding, we could always use a little extra.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, my riding wasn't good enough to keep going, so I learned to set up and tear down. It was in the family.
And I told him, best stagehands in the world. Yeah. And that was when I was a kid, and come to find out they was.
Yeah. I mean, I used to crack latches. That I loved doing it, and I've opened his gate over 100 times. Yeah, he'd tear them up. I mean, ride them on.
But that's my biggest thing was, and Chad fought bulls, his cousin, and one of my best friends. And if I knew that bullfighter was on my team, that's a hell of a relief. If you know that guy's going to do 100 for you, well, regardless, you might get hurt, but you know he's going to try, why not give it a try on my part? And it sucks falling off. If you get off on their terms, it ain't real good. Right. Their terms aren't no good. No, you do it on your terms, and you got a little shot to catch an ass and get flied out of there. But hey, I like that. Got some bad knees because of it, but I got the hell out of there. Yeah. I'm still walking and talking.
You know,
50.
Once they find out you can work and you know what you're doing, you go everywhere. Yeah. You know, right. Battle Creek, Michigan. That was the first couple big ones I went to. Arena. Yeah. You know, J. did that one. You know. Okay. And then
Jaguar's got some of the best bulls in the world. Oh yeah. And horse is the biggest.
Yeah.
He's from
Hamill, Minnesota. I worked that one. It was David Bailey was doing it. Okay. You know, got to go there. And then just kept going. I didn't want to miss none.
And who hooked you up with all these different gigs?
Jerome. Yeah. I mean, I started meeting people my own, and then, you know, J. was out of Michigan. Yeah. You know, Jim Maggie Zinser.
He was an IRA in Mid-States.
You know, he raised bucking horses for 45 years.
He can't ride a horse.
All the good bucking horses right now in the PRCA is that bloodline. I'm telling you. I mean,
what's funny is he couldn't get pro guys to come here.
No.
Them guys wouldn't. He'd have to pay people to mount out.
yeah.
But
you know,
IRA
we were
was
in the
covered
Great
up.
Lakes region.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And, you know, but now, you look at all the good horses and see if the bloodline isn't J Bar J. I guarantee it.
All goes back to the mare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it does. Nightmare, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The nightmare. That's it. That one.
Yeah, that was his,
Mike
you know?
Rickerman's got that semi with
Yeah,
all the
I mean,
numbers and stuff on there.
And that's what we
bought it
all
from
love
Jaguar.
is, you know, or
But yeah, I used to go to Jaguars and I had to.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
learning how to ride bulls and I was getting on the elephants with horns. and that's what we did here. That's why we're tougher
you
than
ever
everybody else.
Hear Mike Ladding?
He's Chicago.
Okay, yeah, Mike Ladding
Yeah.
worked for him, you know, good man, you know,
He's a principal.
yeah.
Mike's a principal.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what his deal is. He brings them that Mike Moore. He brings them troubled kids from there, gives them a different
Mike Moore,
outlook.
yeah, that's where he worked, you know.
Mike Moore was a bull riding dude.
Yep.
More is money. He went to NFR.
You know, knowing them, get to meet everybody, you know, like I said.
You only
And
gotta
that's
meet
great.
once and people remember you.
Oh,
You
no,
know, you're,
they do.
once is
You know?
enough.
Used to be the guy just set up, tear down, but no, they know who we are, you know.
Trust me, I've been around. I don't set up, tear down. I was in, or that was my deal. I
Yeah.
pay fees, but some kind of family. But
Yeah.
I'm too loved. Them panels are way big. But Tommy and Coby, they got it. Them two together could set up, tear down. Just stay out of their ways. What I was always told.
Oh, yeah.
They told me, you're
I mean,
judging this year, you're tearing
And
down. I
that's
said,
what's going on now. Me and Kobe's doing our families, you know, and
you're the best
we
in the
got
world. And I got to
5.
do that for nothing.
yeah, we got 5 this year. One of them's pending, but pretty sure get that one, you know.
6.
Yeah,
6.
and then, yeah, it's great. Ain't nothing better, you know.
I wouldn't do it
I
different.
wouldn't change nothing. Maybe win some more and get paid, you know. But no, I mean, some good friends out there. North Carolina, Chris Kynes, you know, old Sunshine, and then Bull Monkey. He was a bull riding machine. Lamont McKnight.
You know him?
Yeah.
He wasn't allowed to leave the house. He wouldn't leave the
He'd
house,
have
but if
won
he
the
did,
world,
you'd be in
too,
trouble.
You know, he would have. He'd have won the world several times if he'd have stayed right and went to them. But
He just stayed at
he was
home.
like, you know, Brian, I could go to them all and get more of them. You know? I mean, just,
I just went to the big ones.
yeah, them
I'd go to the
sit
big
down.
IRA one,
Yeah.
St. Tite.
Yep.
So I didn't have to out rodeo anybody.
A lot of money you pick up St. Tite.
Yeah, that was good, even though it converted back when we got home. But
Yeah.
if I found out if you go to South Carolina, they're a little different. They did it backwards. For Russell Boyder, he won money in the bronc riding, and he went all the way home with his check. Didn't do it at the border. He won. They went ahead and did it reverse.
Yeah.
Hey, I said, man, I'm bringing my check there because mine was a hell of a lot bigger than yours. No, but I mean, and it really, I'd have done it for just enough to get to the next one. I didn't need to have extra money because you was always took care of. If I had enough money, but I've got a son. I got a 26-year-old son. He's a school teacher.
Yeah.
And Mike's wife, she never rode. I didn't take her. I wasn't going to the fair to go to the fair to ride the rides. I was going to ride a bull and then get in a truck and go to another one. I wasn't there to play, and I didn't play. I was serious. I rode them. I mean, that's what it's about.
So many great stories. We could do another 2-3 hours, I figure.
You and Sammy's partners on
On this podcast, on the podcast called Beyond the Chutes.
Right, because I like Sammy and Mark Reed, Sonny Williams. I know all them. They
I mean,
great,
you ever
great
listen to
looking
other
bulls.
podcasts?
Oh,
or
for
stuff?
sure.
Yeah, Cody Hart's, you know.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
some different guys come on there.
A
And,
lot of great shows out there to listen to.
Yeah,
A lot of great shows.
But Mark Reed and Sonny Williams, they've raised some of the best bulls in the world.
Yeah.
Mark,
great guys.
Yeah.
yeah, Mark's my age, and me and Blaine Webb.
Oh, yeah.
We were same.
Sure. I know
Blaine.
Blaine. Yep, yep. Know of Blaine.
Yes.
You know, you down there, I worked it, and Sonny brought bulls,
Yes,
you know.
Sonny and David
And
was judge.
Yeah.
That's-
And,
I win. No.
yeah. I know, yeah. Last bull we got on was one we brought, you know.
one of the
from,
rankest bulls I've
yeah,
ever been
Diamond
on.
B, bucking bull.
And that David Gaither said, I don't know how to mark you. I said, just go. Run out of ink on it.
Big old yellow bull named Chiquita. I
He
named
was the
him. He was
nastiest bull
bad.
I've ever been on. I mean, he moved forward. He'd pull more knives on me than the damn Mexican mafia. But I got him rode. I knew I had to, or I was going to lose my vest. David would have took it.
Like to work for Sammy, and stuff. And oh man, them guys, their bulls would load so easy. He'd run them to the bucket chutes to feed them, and that's how he done it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They'd come down the alley into the bucket chute, come out in the arena, eat.
Yeah, you don't hear bad stuff about squares.
Yeah, you open the gate and they push you over to get in there.
They feed. That's what it's all about, feeding. Treadway, he said you can't sell skin.
That you worked with was Dave Bailey's bulls. Bubby told me you only go in once, Tommy. Don't go the second time. Wait, because they're sharks.
Have you been there? Have you been to Bailey Ranch?
I haven't.
The last time I was there, Playboy Skull was in the front yard. Yeah, and I didn't recognize he was gray. And I was with Freddie Crater to pick up 10 bulls, and I'd never been there. And we were picking them up for Brian Evans. And I said, well, what we got horses for? He said, you ever been there? I said, no. He said, we're getting 10, and there'll be about 3,000 come over the hill. And it was like the beginning of 8 seconds. Here I am, and he takes this old beat-up Dodge truck and goes up on this hill. There's no bulls. You don't see none but Playboy Skull, because that's his place. He bought the place, and he comes down the hill with that truck, and you couldn't see no dirt. There's bulls, and he said, if them 10 don't go in that arena, which not many of them are fit, thank God they all went in, he said, we're going to go catch them, And Bubby commenced to tell me about hauling that Playboy Skull to the NFR that year, that he drew him. He was entered at the NFR.
Oh, wow.
And he got throwed off.
Oh, wow.
And I said, how'd you like that? He said, ask him how he liked it. He said, I brought him home right off the truck and rode him 10 times in a row. he bucked him right off the semi. But you haul him to the rodeo and you got to get on him.
You have to get on them all the time. And then come home and take care of them,
Right.
He said, I drove him to the NFR and drew him, throwed me off. He bucks a little better in Vegas, I take it.
Yeah.
And on the side of that airplane.
Oh, yeah.
He said he got him off the trailer. I didn't care what my dad said. I was getting on him.
Bobby's a damn good guy.
He works.
Yeah, he comes out to the ABBI sometimes, And now knowing contractors, I know them all, the good ones, Gene Owens, super guy. He got manheader,
Oh, yeah.
He said there is no price on him.
Yeah. He'll be bucking bulls again.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
For
good
Without
sure.
a doubt, right?
For sure, I mean,
He's a point or better. Isn't
Yeah. Yep, sure is. And that Casio Diaz rode him twice.
he? Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
He's the only one that has.
Well,
And
that's-
one other boy has.
Bodacious. Terry Don, they don't give him no credit. Terry Don's the man. I don't care. Terry Don's my buddy, good guy. He rode him 4 times. First time was when, before Benny Butler sold him, he rode him for $300 and some at an IRA rodeo, and then had to get on him at another one for $25,000. But Terry Don rode bulls.
Yeah.
He didn't look real good,
Yeah.
but he was there when Tudor went.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of world champions. JB's probably the toughest, I'd say. He's a good friend. I saw him ride Bushwhacker. He
North
got
Carolina
on him
boy.
13 times till he rode him.
Yeah,
And
that's the only one that made the period.
yeah,
He said,
that's right.
that was the one.
And then me and Coby and had to deal where we brought Bushwhacker inside South Point at their Coliseum Arena. It was in the bar, and we built a pen for him. And he was in there, and we're standing out back watching him. He'd walking around circle in there. And
Like 4 panels.
yeah, just holding him in there. And it was time we had to get him out of there because it looked
You
like
get
he was
nervous?
about get out.
They'll do that. What was
Yeah.
Battle Creek, Michigan Zingers?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that boy his? It got loose at the arena in the Coliseum.
Oh yeah, went up.
It
made
went ahead
flags.
and had fun. They let J-Bars loose in Detroit.
Yeah.
Thought that's a safer place for them. Let them loose. Yeah, they'll be all right in Detroit. People aren't safe in Detroit. Place is terrible. They've got the Lions. I don't even know about Michigan.
yeah, I mean-
Barry Sanders and the Wings.
Yeah.
They're both gone.
Got to meet everybody though. It was great.
Yeah. So, youngster comes up to you and says, "I want to make it in rodeo. There's competition and there's production. There's production. Okay, from a production standpoint, what's your advice?"
If you're gonna do it for real and love it. If you don't love it, don't do it.
You won't do it.
I mean, it's the same in any sport, really. Baseball, football, basketball. Them guys do it because they love it, you know? I mean, man.
Rodeo is a little different than professional sports, though.
It is.
Because you pay an entry fee.
Yeah.
Granted, people come to watch you, and a lot of people think we're getting paid just to do that. We're not.
Yeah.
You got to finish in the top 2 or 3 sometimes to get a check.
That's right.
Or you're a donator.
You bet.
So you got to be the best where you go, or you're not getting paid. I don't care.
And when I started with PBR, them bull riders had to sign autographs every night. You know, you didn't sign, you got fined for it. You know, and I tell you what, Tough Hedeman, I was watching them guys for 6 years. He'd sign more autographs than anybody because he said, "I'm getting paid to do this. You know, my sponsors, you know, Bud Light. You know." And he says, "I drink it all the time. I'm going to sign everything." He'd be the first one there, last one to leave, every single time.
I mean, that's what it's about.
It is.
I mean, to keep people interested, you
Yep.
got to kind of. And cowboys are good people,
Yeah.
for the most part. There's some assholes out there,
Yeah. But that's like anything. But
for the most part, they'll do anything for anybody,
oh yeah.
regardless, even if they don't like it. It's what we do,
Yep.
and not for no other reason, just because somebody did it for us.
Love it, you know. And now, you know, I do a few, have fun doing it. Go to the ABVI finals every year. I've been in Vegas last year, made 23 years in a row.
You didn't think he was that old, did you?
You know,
That's almost 100 this year.
that was great, you know. And I'm going back this year too. Yeah.
If he's alive.
Yeah.
If he's left.
You know, and my boss is 3 years older than me. And, well, heck, I've been going 23 years. He didn't work my first year out there. He ain't working this
He's the
year.
grandpa of the NFR right there.
Yeah. You know, he's great.
Tell him he's the grandpa.
But, yeah, I mean, Coby done it. You know, pack him.
They flew Coby to PBR for 10 years. He didn't have a license, but he got there. I didn't either, but I had to show up.
Yeah.
I drove.
Me too.
Wow. Okay. We covered a lot of ground, Sarah. And guys, I so appreciate this.
You don't need a license to drive, just don't get pulled
Oh,
over.
yeah. Drive the legal limit.
So final words. Give it to me.
I'd give it to you already.
Yeah.
We're good.
He wouldn't change that.
No, I don't
The only
talk a
thing
lot.
he'd change is maybe somebody hold his money, you know?
That would be good, other than the woman.
A financial planner, maybe?
Nah, I wouldn't
Make
do-
your quarterly
Yeah,
payments,
what's
something like
good at
that?
Having money.
Yeah.
I spend it. Let her eat.
Oh, Sarah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Another one in the books.
Yes.
This is another one. So, second annual.
Second annual.
Wrap it up for us.
Well, I think we'll have a third, we'll probably around this time next year. And I believe we'll have it at the same facility here at the Lewisburg Trail Riders Club. And yeah, everybody seemed like they were, excited about another one next year. So, yes.
It's so important to keep these memories alive and for folks to come together and share those memories. I think it's good for us as we get older to have to remember these stories.
That's all we got.
You know, you notice as we talked to this crew, nobody talked about the bull ride or anything like that. They all talked about the experience
Yes.
and the relationships and people.
Right, the guy
And-
pulling the latches.
Absolutely. and quite frankly, that's what our show has always been about. It's about people.
Yes, most definitely. And, you talked about that feeling that you get here. I think that it's just, we're all family. I mean, we may not be blood related, but we all pretty much grew up together, known each other for years, and would do anything for any of them. So, yeah.
Well, great job again.
Thank you.
Thank you and the whole family. And Tara, we didn't get to talk a lot. What's your final words?
See you next year.
See you next year. I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Beyond the Chutes. I'm Doug Simcox. Big thanks to our presenting sponsor, ParaSight Systems, helping vets help pets. With their fecal site, flow site, and hemocyte, they're bringing clarity to animal diagnostics. Visit ParaSightSystem.com to learn more. This episode is also supported by Simcox & Company, a 4-generation barbershop in Cedar Falls, Iowa. If you want to look your best, stop in and see Deb, Tom, Eli, or Troy. No appointment needed.
Ready to hit the open road? Join the Wandering Gypsy RV Life podcast for real stories, RV tips, and travel adventures from behind the wheel of Birdie B. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts.
And for music that pairs perfectly with open roads and quiet nights, stream Nikki McLeod's albums Prepaid and Some Kind of Reckless, available wherever you find your music. We'll be back on the road soon. First, a Marlon Harris's Mountain Cove Rodeo reunion over Labor Day, then north to Festival Western Day St. Tite in September. This has been a BTC production. Until next time, keep your eyes up and your hat down.